I know.
Make him dizzy.
Wouldn't you like to be able to put money in your wallet instead of putting it in the gas tank all the time? I'm here to talk to you today about carpooling and why I think it's a good idea. Carpooling is a basic means of transportation in this day and age. It saves you money, it saves wear and tear on your vehicle, and it does save the environment. I've been carpooling since May of 2006. I know the benefits of carpooling personally. And so I really do know that you can save money. It will, at the moment, if you're not carpooling, this is what your wallet's going to look like. There's no money in there because you're spending it all on gas. So, but besides saving you money and the environment, there are things that people don't consider about carpooling. Safety is one of the things that you don't consider when you're in a carpool. So, I'd like to tell you a little bit about what a carpool is and how you can get involved in one. It's really quite easy. The state of Indiana, if you're a government employee, does help you get involved in carpooling. But first off, what is carpooling? Carpooling is defined as two or more people in a privately owned car traveling together. So how can I find out about carpooling? The state of Indiana has websites you can use. Centrally Indiana Commuter Services. That's how I got hooked up in my carpool. And if you want to check with them, it's www.327ride.net/. This is their website. They can hook you up with it. They'll hook you up with potential carpoolers. It's almost like internet dating, if you've done the internet dating thing, which I have not, so don't look at me so strangely. But it's really pretty interesting. They'll send you, when they find out that you are an employee of the state of Indiana, the state does let them know that you are one. They will hook you up. They'll send you a questionnaire that asks you where you live. If you're, they ask first if you're interested. They want to know where you live, what your hours are at work, do you carpool at the moment, and if you're even interested in carpooling. What they do is they plug that into their database, and they find people in your area that are also interested in carpooling. There are other places that will help you out. IndySkyCap.org has carpooling facts for you, so you can get onto this website. They'll tell you just basic information about carpooling. But it's also on other sites that you can get just find out what carpooling is, what they consider carpooling to be. How can it help your environment? Carpooling reduces air pollution. Less cars out there, less air pollution. Also, it cuts down the traffic congestion. That's a big plus, especially at rush hour time. Rush hour is a nice time to have less traffic. But it will save you money. This is a big topic. That's the big thing I want to stress. Carpooling does save you money. I'm a little bit different. I travel farther than most people do for work. I'm on the road, probably once I get to the meeting place, about an hour a day. Or an hour in the morning, an hour in the evening, so 2 hours a day. So I travel about 140 miles round trip every day. But I got on GasBuddy.com on November 13th and checked out. 2 years ago, the average price for gas on November 13th was $3.10 a gallon. So when I get gas to travel to work, it takes me about 7 gallons per day. So it would cost me $21 a day to drive to work, or $21 a day, or $105 a week if I drove by myself, or $5,500 a year to drive by myself to work. 1 year ago, it cost $1.77 on the average. Now, this is just an average. This is not what it costs because it fluctuates up and down. Then it cost me $12 a day to drive to work, $60 a week, or $3,100 a year. Now, the average is about $245, so it costs me about $18 a day to drive to work, or $90 a week, or year to date is $4,600. Now that's going to, as they say, fluctuate up and down, but there were days when the gas was over $4 a gallon. We all remember that lovely time. But when you do the math, carpooling, there's days I drive 1 day a week, tops 2 days a week. So when I was driving in my carpool 2 years ago, I was only spending $1,600 in gas a year. So I saved approximately $3,900 that year. A year ago, I saved about $2,200. And this year so far, I've saved about $3,300. Now this fluctuates up and down with the gas prices, but that's a big plus. So it's something that you need to think about when you're, you may think it's a big hassle. I don't want to drive that far, or I don't want to mess with meeting someone or doing, but think. The money is a big plus, especially in this day and age. There's also the wear and tear on your vehicle. You don't have to take it in for maintenance as much. You're not driving it every day. You don't have to have as much done on your oil changes. You can stretch it out a little farther. Your tires, you're not buying tires nearly as much. There's wear and tear on that. And just basic maintenance costs. You know, you're not going to have the chips from the windshield as much. Just little things like that. It's easier to keep your car looking nice and keep it in good shape so you can keep it longer. There's also other perks that you don't think about. You can sleep on the way to work when it's not your day to drive. That is great. Or if you're like me, you can do your homework on the days when it's nice and light out. Read, whatever. Other perks, car trouble. You're not by yourself if you have car trouble. There's someone there to help you out. The Central Indiana Commuter Services, they offer you, they'll have you have services if you have a car problem in the garage, the state garage. They'll give you gas, they'll give you taxi service. They'll take you anywhere in the radius of 60 miles of the city of Indianapolis. Cindy, the girl I ride with, had car trouble one day. We were stuck. We got a taxi ride to Greencastle. Her husband came picked us up, took us the rest of the way home. We were probably maybe an hour late getting home, but still, that's not bad. I mean, we didn't have to have someone drive all the way up to Indianapolis to pick us up, take us back home. So that's a nice thing. There are advantages that are not in your wallet. In the bad weather, you're not alone again. Not being alone is a nice thing. You're not stuck sitting in the ice storm by yourself. There's someone there with you. Maybe you don't really care about that, but sometimes, not without sounding chauvinistic, being a woman, you don't always want to be by yourself. There's a flat tire, you have help. I found that out earlier this year. I had a flat tire going home. I had someone help me change the tire. Other things, EPA. You can go to the EPA and get a book or an article, carpool incentive programs. They will tell you that carpoolers have special parking. And the state of Indiana proved that. Carpoolers have their own place to park. It saves you time. You can go to your special parking. And it also frees up more parking for the other people there, so there's more places to park. And it also, you can check, do your own research, but you also will get tax credits for being a carpooler. It's another perk. But you will need guidelines when you get into a carpool. You're going to have to agree on certain things. Not everyone's always going to get along. I have a gum popper, pops gum all the way to work. Put your earbuds in, turn your iPod up. Try to tune things out. You're saving money. Try not to worry about it. Smokers should ride with smokers. Non-smokers, non-smokers. You'll figure out a schedule. You meet at your meeting place. If you have work schedules, you can change around, all get together. That way you're not waiting on one person half an hour here and there. So it's not too bad. If you work by nearby, it's easy. Somebody's got quirks, you learn to live with them. But all in all, carpooling will save you money in your vehicle and your sanity. If you've had a bad day, you don't feel like driving, you don't have to. Someone else is going to drive you home. You can just sit back and enjoy the ride. But remember, with the carpooling, you open the wallet, look around a little bit. Oh, look, you know, there is some money in your wallet that you have saved because you are carpooling. It is a benefit to you and basically to your family at the end of the day, because once you save that money, you'll use it for other things besides gas. So do your own research if you don't believe me, but carpooling will save you money. Thank you.